How you doing, guys? Professor EDC with another BLADE-OSOPHY Sunday. And how about we talk about a little bit about how we learn as collectors, as users. And so every animal in this planet, including us, we learn through imitation when we are babies, when tigers are babies, when gorillas are babies. When whales are babies, we all learn through imitation when we imitate the older people around us, the parents, the older brother, sister, uncle, whatever, grandparents. And that's how we learn when we are in school. If you've noticed how the smaller children learn how to play also from older children, and we that is all laid out in stages, and so is collecting. We may start off as users, or we may like, I don't know, shiny things, and you start off from there. In my case, I started off as a user, as an axe user. And I evolved from there, from axes, going on to machetes, going on to fixed blades and folders, and then slip joints. And that's the path that collecting has taken me through. But in the beginning, I had to learn. And I had to learn from someone that knew how to manipulate an axe. And I did. And then how to manipulate fixed blades or machetes, bigger knives. And so I did. And I experimented on myself, on my own, how to use all these tools, how to use them in the ground and, up 7, 8, 10 meters above the floor, chopping down a tree. So, and same with folders and slip joints. But in the beginning, I had to imitate. And this is not something, perhaps this is not something conscious, but we just imitate. And that's okay. Imitation is a natural process for learning. But, like I said, there are stages into this. And so imitation takes some time, yes, but it's important that we don't just stay there copying, imitating. And this is something, for example, you can see in the art world, because in the art world there's a lot of presumption and pompous people, and which is awful. I've been there. I've met these people, and sometimes there are some collectors that have those pieces, that have Rembrandt, that have Monet, Manet, that have those paintings. Then again, there are those who buy these paintings just to show off, or just to be part of a world that they want to belong to. And okay, one can understand. Then there are those that just buy imitation, and for what? To feel above others, to I don't know. It's kind of weird, but there are those who just buy imitation, and well, if they're happy with that, that's their problem. Of course, they are impacting negatively the market and the owners of of companies and designers, of course. And that's something I am totally against in that sense. But nonetheless, imitating is, again, a natural process when learning. But I started off with thinking of this as just a simple tool that I needed to get through my workday, and so I used it. But I really had no idea of ergonomics or the type of steel, if it was corrosion resistant or not, the heat treatment, the geometry, etc., etc. And when you start learning, when you start reading and watching others who hopefully are people who are honest and straight up people, because I know that the market is full of just, how can I put it positively? Oh, you get what I'm saying. Just try to find honest people who are their opinions are not bought with money and are not bought with gifts such as knives or folders or whatever, or because some of them show more breasts than others, and or legs or whatever. Be careful with those. Be careful with those, because then we're not talking about just blades and a path of evolution, a path of learning. We're talking about just business, and we all know how business is. But the thing is, they're making business with us at our expense, and that's where all of this comes in. To learn, so that we know where we stand and what we're buying and where we want to go. So we start off as rookies, and but from there we will start evolving. I remember when I bought the first Strike of Luck Rough Rider, and it was a mess. It was a big mess. Such a mess that even though I was starting with slip joints, I had to send it back and ask for a refund, of course. But that's the gravity, how bad it was. Nowadays, they're making a better job. They're doing a better job and making better knives. Still at a good price. And then we'll get to explore different parts of this knife world by recommendations or on our own. And that's the point of all of this video. Be your own collector. Be your own user. Even though we may start off as, in order to learn, we may buy the flagship models. We may buy a PM2, Spyderco PM2, Griptilian, Benchmade Griptilian, a Buck 110, right? Rat 1, Rat 2. What else? Chris Reeves Benz, Next M18, Strider. Those are flagship models of these brands. For example, the Benz, I had to buy it to prove everything that was said about that folder. And what did I learn? You'll see in a series of videos that will come out at some point in my life, I hope. But then I got to a point where I'm fascinated by just collecting this little fellas, these slip joints, and not only Jack Wolf's, but in particular Jack Wolf knives. I'm just very happy and just enjoying that collection, each and every one of them, and having to choose whenever Ben drops a new there's a new drop. You know, if it's a second generation, like the one that's coming up, the sharpshooter, man, I'm gonna have to choose between the first one and the ones that are coming out now, because I just can't keep all of them. So, and that's kind of a rule that I posed on myself: just keep one. As much as possible, just keep one. Don't keep two of the same pattern. And at the same time, you know, there are folders, there are knives that are coming out every second. These are the knives I call the eye knives, or the napkin designers, right? And yeah, but it's like finding a needle in a haystack to find a good one. And yet there are those brands and collaborations that are fantastic and that have been out in the market for many years and have been giving us great tools and great pieces of collecting knives, fixed blades or folders. And so let's not forget about those. So what I'm trying to say here is follow your path. Yeah, we may start off following others and learn from that. But it comes a time where we will be asked to give our own opinions, for our tastes to develop, to mature, to grow up. And that's awesome, to just follow your own path. Not to follow the hype, not to follow the newest, but to follow your own interests, your own tastes, and see where that takes you, and enjoy the ride. Professor EDC out.